Odds to Program, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. Today, we are talking about the Cars. Vroom, vroom. Ha, ha. Hey-o.
Oh, my God. Nobody please pick Toyota or Honda or anything like that.
Oh, man.
Don't jump right on it with him, please.
Well, that was a warning. That was a warning that you and I will not make a peep whenever he does make that reference.
I promise you, that was the one and only cheesy, corny joke I will take.
Bullshit.
I might honk later, but who knows? So we're here to talk the Cars, and surprisingly, I can't believe it took this long to get here. But and I'm surprised that Fredo did not put them on the board. It was you, Randy. You came after we did Men at Work, and you said, "Hey, what about the Cars?" So talk to me.
Glad you said Men at Work, because I think, I took a week or two after we finished that to kind of think of the type of band that they were. And what I really loved, I don't remember if it was in the conversation for the actual episode, if it wasn't after the fact, but I remember Fredo saying that era of music was just fun. Like, there was no, trying to be political. There was no trying to, be angry about things. It was all about just making fun music. And I was really trying to come up with, in my head, what other bands from that era fit that. And the Cars were like the perfect fit for that, because they are nothing but a fun, loving band that doesn't have a whole lot of songs that have a deep-seated meaning. They're mostly about cars, they're mostly about women, and it's just it's fun. Like, most of the songs that Rick Ocasek writes are just pretty simplistic, and they have a nice little groove to them, and it's just all developed to be like fun, catchy pop songs. And yeah, it was kind of an epiphany moment where I thought about this for a while, and I looked at my vinyl collection. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. Why didn't I think of this earlier? And honestly, I guess I had thought that you had covered it before, because it feels like a band that, somebody would have pitched and somebody would have done. But I'm glad that we've got to this point, because right when I pitched it, I think you kind of put it up the express lane and wanted to do it right away.
Yeah, because who doesn't know even I know the Cars. Like, I didn't know the Cars, but I know the Cars. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows the Cars. You just don't know the Cars. Which I'm glad you started talking about how fun this was, because immediately as I'm pushing play on the playlist, Fredo, like I'm taken right back to when we did the Go-Go's. And it's not an apples to apples here, but like that is what this felt like. So talk to me, the Cars. What is it for you?
Okay, I know a lot of bands. I know a lot of music. I can tell you exactly when I heard Just What I Needed for the first time. It was a Sunday. It was 1979. It was about 9:30, because at 10 o'clock, Dr. Demento came on. I used to listen to Dr. Demento. And I couldn't tell you why it stuck in my head, but it did. And, you can tell a Cars song, just like you could tell a Go-Go song. You hear a song, that's the Go-Go's. You hear a song by the Cars, that's the Cars. And the consistency of that band during the 80s, the late 70s and the 80s. They put out 4 albums in 4 years, 78, 79, 80, 81. First 4 albums. All of them went platinum or multi-platinum. They were consistently on radio. You didn't know what to call them.
Yeah.
They weren't rock and roll. They weren't new wave. They really weren't pop. And yet they were rock, and they were new wave, and they were pop. Rick Ocasek did not have the most melodic voice. He didn't, but there was just, there was something about him. And it's a band that nobody or very few people would ever say, you know, this is one of my favorite bands. But there's nobody who would say I hate this band. Nobody.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
You know, and so it's just it had to, as I was going through this list to make my list, I had to purposely go out of my way to not put 20 songs that everybody knew.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I could have come up with 20 songs and it literally would have been their greatest hits package.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so just to get some diversity, and they probably won't even make them, but I had to throw in some other songs so that people could get a taste of who this band really is, man, because they were amazing. They really, really were.
So I'm glad you said that, because this is one of those bands where like they cover a lot of ground here. I feel like this is a band where you can go here, listen to this one record, specifically the first one, and you can get it. You understand. This is a band you can go, here's their greatest hits, and you can get it. You can understand. And then you can go, yeah, here's, you know, some of their deeper cuts, and you'll get it. You'll understand. Like, there's lots of different ways that this list can actually come out to play. But like, as I mentioned, like, I never got into the Cars, and then, you know, there's like, I don't know, easily 6 or 7 songs that like I know are Car songs. And then like, as you start listening, you're, oh yeah, that's a Car song. Oh yeah, that's a Car song. Oh yeah, duh, that's a Car song. Oh yeah, duh, that's a Car song. Like it, and I can't even tell you how many times that happened. So I guess, you know, you kind of, well, Fredo already started walking through it, but like for you, Randy, how did you go about putting your list together?
Well, first of all, I want to comment off of something that Fredo said about Rick Ocasek, and that's, you know, you're absolutely right. He was not the most melodic singer. He had personality within his songs, and I think because of the era that they were in, you know, early 80s, late 70s, that music videos really started to kind of kick in and become part of, you know, our musical intake, whether it was positive or negative on that. And I think that because he was such a unique looking guy, he had the sunglasses, he had kind of like the rockabilly hair, and, you know, the music videos that they had, like, you might think how, you know, he turns into a giant, and like you see him all over the place, and it becomes synonymous with the Cars. He is the Cars. However, what I thought was very interesting within the research for this is that Benjamin Orr sings just as many, maybe even more Car songs than Rick does. And I was like, and almost all of those are hits as well. That's the crazy thing about it.
That's why when he died, it was such a big deal. When Benjamin Orr passed away of pancreatic cancer, it was a huge deal because it cut it cut their ability to authentically do their catalog in half. It would be like if like John Lennon being dead, and Paul McCartney, and let's say George Harrison was still alive, and Paul McCartney got George Harrison and Ringo Starr, the Beatles catalog would be effectively cut in half because of how many songs John sang.
Right. And they did do an album in like 2011, which I mean, we didn't even do it for this because it just wasn't really needed. And I think that once it was kind of brought up, like, should we do it? Or it's just like, that's not the Cars. You need the whole band for it to be the Cars. Right. And, you know, I think that they tried to do some kind of, you know, reformation of the band. And you know, once you lose an important member like that, you can't recreate that fire. You're absolutely right. You really can't. And I think that was the most eye-opening thing for me in this research is how important he was. And a lot of that comes from, you know, I sometimes like to go out and watch a live show. I'll go out on YouTube and watch a full live show that might be on there of a band that we're covering for the show. And I watched the Cars live, and it felt like it was Orr on every single song, and he was kind of more in front than Rick Ocasek was. Like the camera was almost always on Orr when Ocasek was playing and not singing. You never saw him, and I thought that was really strange because he is the poster boy for it.
It's not strange. I don't think it's strange because he was a good looking guy. You know, and let's take it like Hall and Oates, okay? 50-50, and yet if you ever see a video, it's almost always focused on Hall because Hall was the good looking guy.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Simon was the good looking guy, and so here, and luckily, Rick Ocasek played guitar. He wasn't a lead singer. He was part of the band, and
wrote a lot of music too.
Right. So when he said, so if he wasn't singing, you really didn't want the camera focusing on this super tall, super lanky, really geeky looking guy.
Yeah.
When you got this good looking guy, there. That could make the women kind of go, ooh, look at that, you know?
Right.
So yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. That they focused on him.
I think it's just because of the music videos and how Rick was really in the focus point of a lot of those. You know what I mean? Walking on Water and like their music videos are legendary. They're cheesy as hell looking back 40 years ago, but they're of legend. And I think that I always kind of grew up knowing who he was, even outside of the Cars, just being a personality. So, and I'm glad that kind of stuck with me from this. And look, I can look at all this and I can say I wouldn't be surprised if I'm split down the middle, have 10 that are Orr sung songs and have 10 that are Rick sung songs. But I think that what I went with when creating the list was just what's going to stick in my head. And I just spent a lot of time listening to them, and I really loved the listen. And if something was in my head for like more than a couple of minutes, I went back to that frequently, and that's how the list ended up being. It's not all hits per se, but honestly, the songs that I picked that weren't hits could have been picks. It could have been hits.
Yeah.
So,
I think I couldn't tell you other than the obvious what was an Orr song and what was a Rick Ocasek song. I didn't go back to videos. I just went for the feel. And it's funny because as I look back, I don't remember. Well, check that. Orr sang so many of the songs, but nobody ever made a big deal about it at the time until the song Drive came out.
Right.
And it was such a, even though it's an obvious Cars song, it was their, it was a love song. In Cars tune, it was still a love song. And so there was a focus on that in that video with Orr singing that finally kind of brought some focus to Orr. But then you got Rick Ocasek marrying Paula, whatever the hell her name was, and nobody could believe that because he was such a fucking geek and she was absolutely gorgeous. But just an incredible band, man. They really, really were.
So Randy already touched on how he put his list together. You started saying something about how you're putting your list together, but what other kind of considerations did you put into your list, Fredo?
Same thing I do with all the bands that I existed for when they came up, which is memories.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones brought back memories, which ones brought back feelings. And let me tell you, I normally, because I know a lot of these catalogs that I do, so I normally spend a couple. That's why a little behind the scenes. Whenever Justin starts reaching out for us, when are you going to be done? When are you going to be done? I'm like, whenever, because I'm going to go once we get a date. I normally start listening 3 or 4 days beforehand because I already know the catalogs. 95% of the time. But this was one that the minute we started talking about it, I went right back because it had been so long since I listened to them. And I'm glad I went back because the flood of memories that came in during a lot of these songs, like can either of you remember listening to songs on the radio? Like turning on the radio and yeah. I can do that for just about every song that was a hit for them.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so there was, me playing football with my buddies in the radio outside and a Cars song coming on. There was me hanging out with my friends drinking and a Cars song came on. I could put these songs into my youth and growing up. And so I'm glad I started early because I stopped writing the list and I would just listen.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
So. Mm-hmm.
So for me, again, like, not to tip my hand, but I do have a lot of hits, but that's because they're undeniable. And, we'll cross them, as we come up on them. 'Cause the way this game goes, you never know. Like, even the undeniable ones might get denied. But, man, like, kind of like you, like, there's a lot of memory here. And it's not necessarily the same, like, me and my boys playing football, but, like, movies and... Because so many of these,
up a video.
Yeah. And, like, it just takes you there immediately. On top of the fact of, just turning on the radio and, here's a Cars song. This is the closest we've gotten to, like, that Go-Go's feel. Like the second I started listening to the Go-Go's, I was like, I love you, Fredo, because, oh man, because it's just fun. And this was this was such a breeze to listen to. And such agreeable music, like, that I don't, even the ones that don't make it, it's going to hurt, but it's like, at the same time, there's so many that qualify.
Right.
This won't be a satisfying 10, no matter how you slice it.
Right. So I guess
it kind of reminds me of, in some ways, it reminded me of the Clutch one.
Yeah.
In that, like, I want to go with this song. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, pick A or B.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care, whichever one. I'm happy with either one. Where that's what happened when we did Clutch.
Mm-hmm.
It was like their music was so agreeable to each other that you could sit there and say, okay, I'm gonna take A over B, and even if you like B, you were like, I'm okay with A.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of that's here.
Mm-hmm. So based on that, then, Randy, this could go many, many different ways. What do you think?
Good.
What do you think for the final say? How many do you think we're going to get through unanimous?
All right, so I counted through all my songs, and what I counted like what I thought had almost 100% possibility to be unanimous, and I got about 7, I think. And then usually you do a +1 for 8. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that because the +1 would be just sort of something random. I am just going to will this to an existence because the last time that we did this show, we got 9.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This might be the day that we get 10. And I am just going to go, and picking 10 doesn't mean anything. Yeah. So you know what? I'll pick 9. I'll pick 9 because picking 10 would just be redundant because it would, you wouldn't get a pick. So I'm picking 9. and then I'll get the last say, I suppose.
All right, Fredo. Randy's setting the bar high.
Yeah, good. I'm glad he set it high because I didn't get to get that high. I already can tell you that there are obvious ones that I left off because there were so many obvious ones. There was no way I was going to have a list of 20 with 15 of them being obvious ones.
Yeah.
So I had to, in order to get songs from some of the other albums on, I had to, get rid of some that should be on this list. But that being said, I'm going to split the middle and say 5.
Okay.
Because that's what I think. Because I'm sure what Randy's thinking is going to be a slam dunk. There's probably a good chance that that's one of the songs I left off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Taking that into account, I'm going to one-up you one because I've been eyeballing this number all along. So I'm going to stay there. I'm going to go with 6. Mm-hmm. 6 feels right. Fair. It feels right. Yeah. I hope Randy's right. I hope we do 9. I hope it sets the record. I hope it does 10.
I will say that out of the hits, like the obvious hits, I think that there were 2 pretty obvious songs that I didn't put on, but most of the rest of them are probably there. So hopefully Fredo and I share, and then we all have the rest going in.
I will tell you this. There is one song that I will fight for if this song doesn't make it. And I don't care if this song only gets my vote. This episode will never end.
Oh,
God, not another one.
This is one of my top. This is one of my top favorite songs of all time. All bands.
Let's just not turn the Cars into Guns N' Roses.
Oh man, this is good.
This will be worse than Guns N' Roses.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
it's supposed to be a happy episode.
It's gonna be a happy episode, especially when this fucking song makes it on the top 10.
Oh God.
Well, hopefully, Justin and I like it.
Hopefully there's no issues. But if there is, there's going to be an issue.
Oh, no. All right, so with that, we're going to take a quick pause, and we will be right back to get into the gameplay. It's the program. Kickstart your road to fitness with the Hard Work Works fitness app. For all ability levels, full gym, no problem. What's included? Over 200 workout plans available for every situation from a full gym to no equipment at all. Nutrition guide to help you stay on track, and all of this is only $10 a month. There's a special offer for deprogram listeners. Use promo code STUPID and get your first month free. The Hard Work Works fitness app. Decide, commit, succeed, and join the hustle today.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The 3 of us have come through most of the Cars discography. We left out an album and plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to mash together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you in case you have never listened to the Cars. And I always ask, or I at least always try to ask the audience, what they consider essential. And this is the first time where over half of my list was mentioned. Over half of what I have was mentioned by people. So that tells me I'm in a decent range here. I'm sure some of them will miss. But knowing what Fredo said, this one worries me, but I feel like I got to start here because I got this one a couple times. Just what I needed.
Of course.
Really? Of course. I mean, I said that song stuck right in my head the minute I heard it in 1979. I will tell you this, though, real quick. And I wanted to pick that song because I wanted to tell this story about it. I have an ex-girlfriend who almost ruined that song for me.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
God.
Yeah, because I mean, to me, this is obvious what the take that this song is, which is of a guy who's saying that this girl is exactly what I needed to, for his life. And she went and said that the meaning of it, like the meaning she took from it, was like that the guy was pathetic, almost, because, like, it was like he's putting the pressure on her. It was just like such a bizarre definition of the song or interpretation of the song. I was like, don't ever say that again.
That also feels too nuanced for that era.
Yeah.
Like, things were
way
written
too,
much more simply then.
Right. I mean, this was on an album, came out in '78.
Yeah.
But anyway, that kind of soured me for the song for a couple years, but then I came back around.
Well, and how can you not? Like, it's, you just listen to it, and like you said, it's the fucking Cars. Like, this is them, and we'll come back to that same sentence a lot today, but this is them, and whether this is one or not, I don't know. Like, it could be. I could very much, I could hear a case for it, but there's at least like 19 other songs that could be too. So, all right, we got one. All right, Randy?
So what I love about Just What I Needed is that just sort of the moog, the way that sounds like that. Like, that's my favorite type of car sound. They have a lot of different sounds, but I think that is the one that sticks with me the most. And I think another song that has that easily is Let's Go.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. I like the nightlife, baby.
It's funny that you say that. That's one of a lot of songs, a lot of sounds that the Cars have. And yet, any car song, it's the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, but that doesn't have that Moog centered. That Moog centered. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the Cars. I can tell you by the guitar, or or by the pattern that a lot of the songs are sung in. It's just
pattern, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're 2 for 2. I always love that kind of a start.
Yeah. When this one came up on the playlist, this is the first song on the second record. I was like, oh wait, I know this. Like, this is one of those songs that, like, like, you hear
commercials.
Yeah, you hear it and you're like, well, duh. Like, I don't know, I don't know why I didn't know, but duh. So,
and you know what? That's one of the songs that I looked at, and I looked to see where it was on the album, and I went, Justin's got this one, guaranteed. And I think, and that was the one that popped up. There are a couple others on this list. I was like, Justin's got this.
Yeah,
because it's a first track. It sets the mood for the whole album, and and Let's Go sets the mood for that album.
Yeah, and
what is it? It's Candy-O.
Candy-O is the name of the record, and like, how delicious, how sweet is this song? Like, it is.
Yeah.
It is fucking like sugar, like, just in your mouth. It's perfect. All right, Fredo.
All right. You know what? Let's get this out of the way. So we can either make this a great episode, or you guys can start planning how you're gonna fucking give in to me.
Oh God.
For this one. This is also off of Candy-O. This is a top 10 favorite song of mine.
Oh God.
And it also, and I mean favorite song. I'm not talking about car songs. It's my number one car song without a doubt. And she's a lot like you, the dangerous type.
Yes, I have it.
Me too.
All right, we don't have to have. Yes, we don't have to have a squabble here.
Yes.
I loved it. This was, easily top 10, but could be creeping into the top 5. I love this song.
Justin, what do you think about it?
Well, again, like the fucking Cars. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
God, man, I'm gonna be really repetitive here, but like that's how you know.
Sure.
That's how you know. Like I was having fun listening to
Weren't
this
we
band.
repetitive with the Go-Go's?
Yeah, we were. We were
Yeah.
very, very much so. But
Yeah, this is 3 for 3, and I'll tell you,
awesome.
and I'll tell you what really makes this song for me is the ending. It's that last minute and a half and those drum fills. You know, she's a lot like you, the dangerous type, and you just get some kind of really simple drum fills, but oh my God, it just makes that song pop at the end, you know, and it's such a 180 from the way the song begins,
Right?
because it begins with that just simple, you know, whatever, however, play it.
it's
Play it! I know we get 30 seconds of it.
I'll turn it up.
Well, play from the beginning so they can hear how simple it is.
For the record, they could. It was just low.
I couldn't hear anything.
You guys couldn't, but
And then, I mean, look at how simple it begins. And then when you, and then if you just play a little bit of the end, like just skip right to it.
It's sort of a page out of the Charlie Watts playbook almost.
Yeah. But it's something, again, the drum fill, like you heard how simple it was at the beginning. And then on the back end, it's this explosion of sound and those drum fills, which are just giving the right emphasis at the right time. Oh,
and it's as epic as the Cars can get. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
They don't venture into that territory very much. And this is only like 4 and some change. But they take that last minute and a half, like you said, and they take you on a ride. And this is how the record ends too. We should point out. So like when you take all of this into account, I also wanted to say, like, you know, listening to that, a lot of what I've been doing lately when I'm putting together a list, I'm on my first pass, I'm not listening to entire songs because, you know, I only have so much time in my life,
right?
But that did not happen with the Cars. I listened to every song from, you know, every single song, all of it. So again, that tells you what you need to know. All right, so we got 3. Now the question becomes, do I overthink the room? Do I overthink the room, or do I...
This isn't
Keep the hot streak alive, Justin.
This isn't something to overthink, brother. Again, this is like the Go-Go's. Let's just have fun.
All right, well...
with it until it naturally dies out, which it will at some point.
It will. I hope it's not here, but I've got 3 stars next to this one because I got this one mentioned a lot. You know, it's about in the middle of my list, and it's a different sound. Drive.
Yes.
No.
Oh, there it goes.
That was one of the ones that I just...
No, you know,
I understand you not taking it, and you know, I think it's just kind of playing the percentages a little bit, but I took it because it is the obvious Cars song that doesn't sound exactly like a Cars song. Like, I almost had to take a double take when listening to this, that, you know, I hadn't listened to the full discog of the Cars in a very long time, but I obviously knew that song. So when hearing the chorus of that, I'm like, wait a minute. I just thought this was some, like, random 80s song that, you know, kind of like, you know, a band that, like, Aha or Flock of Seagulls that only had a one-hit wonder. I kind of thought it was part of that because it just had that, you know, typical sort of 80s sound to it. But it coming from the Cars is so much more meaningful than that, because that is not a song that's not a type of song that they go back to. So yeah, I you know, that's the reason why I put it in. I was impressed with it that way.
I didn't put it in for that same reason.
Okay.
Well, because it's not a song. And we've had this this kind of an issue with other songs in the past, where you get this one song that's not indicative of their sound. And so to put that on the list for me, even though God knows I've done it before and been shot down, but for me, this is where I felt the way normally the panel feels, which is like, does the song belong there? Yeah. But this is a song that I can introduce once I've got you into the cars.
Sure.
But if I gave you this on a top 10 list and you started to expect this to be part of their repertoire of sounds, you'd be sadly mistaken.
I could easily see this going, we got two, so I could easily see this going both ways. Like if we are somehow limping to 9, I could see this eking in at 9 or 10, but I could also, depending on what way we go, but this is exactly what I was saying before. Like there's so many different ways to take this band. So,
right.
All right.
But this is also a song, where if you were to say, okay, we're coming down to it, and you guys say, Fredo, would you have a problem with it? No.
Yeah.
Not at all. Put it on there.
Yeah. All right, Randy?
Let's try and start another streak again. Let's go to, I believe this was on Heartbeat. No, this is the title track of Shake It Up, called Shake It Up.
I got it.
I thought it was Heartbeat City for a sec. It's not.
I got it.
Yeah, there it goes. We're back.
We're back.
All
right. Let me find it on here.
That was almost a song I cut out too.
Oh.
Same reason. Just because because of the hits,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this one was one of like the 5 I was sure of. Like I didn't even have to listen. I did, but I didn't have to.
Yeah, agreed on that.
I was like, yeah, Shake It Up is in. Like, I don't care. Like, we got a couple more of those coming up. But I was like, I love Shake It Up. Like, I don't even have to listen to it. It's got that same thing we've kind of talked about already with, like, the sounds. So, yep. All right, Fredo?
So, like I had said before, Cars put out 4 albums in 4 years. Right, 78, they had the Cars. 79 was Candio. 80 was Panorama. And then 81 was Shake It Up. And then they took a little bit of a hiatus from releasing music. I think they were still touring and there was still plenty on the radio. But they came back in 1984 with Heartbeat City. And I believe this is the opening track. And I'll bet dollars to donuts Justin has got this, because this is the great. I love songs like this where you've been away for a while and then you come back and it's hello again.
It's the opening track when you go and see them live.
Yes,
yeah,
right, exactly. Mm-hmm. It's like hello, It's like hi, it's been a while.
This should be unanimous, right?
I got it.
Yeah.
Yep, it's in.
I got
We're
it.
at 5. We breezed through to get 5.
Yeah, really. We might get to that.
Gotta start.
We're gonna have to cut.
So you know what,
right.
Justin, that was an opening song, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were all about it when you heard it, weren't you?
Yeah. I mean, this is probably not my favorite of their track ones, but it left enough of a mark on me to stick around. So, I mean, I think had I known what you just said about it, like it probably would have hit a little harder. Like I'm going to have to listen to it again now, like listen harder one more time at least, knowing that they took a break after Shake It Up before Heartbreak City or Heartbeat City. I feel like that gives it a little nudge.
Yeah. It was a couple years, but again, they were still touring and they had plenty of stuff to keep putting out. But it was, I love when bands do that.
Again, that's, in today's world, that's good marketing. Like that's,
sure.
That's smart. Hey, let's make the first one called Hello Again.
Yeah. Exactly.
You miss us, right?
All right.
Right, because we missed you.
Yeah. All right. I still don't want to, overthink the room.
6 songs, 5 are in. The other one's a twofer, which will probably make it if we need it.
Yeah. All right. This is usually where I lead off as, album 1, track 1. And, it is very indicative of the Cars sound. Good Times Roll.
Yes.
Yep.
6 for 7.
Wow. That's me, right? I'm at 6.
Yep.
No, Justin's at 6. You had 5.
5. So.
Oh yeah.
My 9's looking pretty good though.
Oh, it's looking great. You know what I really love about that song is that if you look at the title, "Good Times Roll," it's like you're expecting this kick-ass fucking let's have it, like Poison's nothing but a good time. Yeah, rock and roll all night. Yeah, and there's like, let the good times roll.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
It's that beat behind it that makes you feel like, good times are rolling. Absolutely.
Right. Like this is the build up to the good times that are about to happen.
Yeah, that is, I didn't even think about that, but I've got it. I can hear it in my cans. Let me turn it up a little. But yeah, dude, you would think it's something up tempo,
right?
But no, but it's also a great track 1. It is also a great introduction to the album. It's also a great introduction to the band. It also is a good time.
It's to me, it's the beginning of a good time. Mm-hmm. We don't have to fucking run in there and start drinking our asses off and fucking skinny dipping all that. You know what? This is the people getting together. Mm-hmm. This is, here's Justin coming in. All right, yeah, we're hanging out. Oh, there goes Randy. Yeah, we're gonna fucking. That's it. This is the crowd.
It reminds me of like Bob Marley's jamming in the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like the party song.
In a way. Right, but again, not every party song has to be, running around naked and making out with everybody and screaming and
This is like old Mike and Bob days. This is like when we're first getting to the bar and everybody goes, "Oh shit, they're here."
Yeah,
This is exactly like you could hear that playing as we're walking in. This is that. All right, Good Times Roll is in. All right, Randy.
So I want to take this song and I think it has a chance to continue this streak, but I also I'm curious to hear if Fredo does have it, because this seems like it would be one of the hits that he might have just left off his list. So I'm going to go with You Might Think.
I got it.
That was off Heartbeat City, wasn't it?
Yeah. Din, 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 din,
No.
din, 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 din. Yeah,
and you're right, and it was. I'm gonna give you the other hit. Here in a second. It'll be my pick, but yeah, it came down to 2 hits. That's the one that I said no.
These are bound to happen. They're gonna happen. All right, Fredo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The other hit, Magic.
No.
I don't have it either.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I thought it took too long to get to the chorus. And that's also out of the hits, I thought it was the most cheesy one.
I'll disagree with you there. But you know what's funny is that you didn't have that song, and yet when you talk about the image of Rick Ocasek, you say him walking on water. It was in that video.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
That was from that video, So, but there it is. There's the first one to end up in the trash.
Well, even
and I'm sure.
Yeah, even on an agreeable band like this, it's gonna happen.
Oh, sure, of course.
Yeah. So.
Sure. But that's wow. I didn't expect it. I expected it to happen. I didn't expect that song. To happen. That song. Wow.
Well, there's just you hate to be this guy, but there's just so much. Right.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I took a couple floaters, and you guys, I think will know which ones when we get to them. But yeah. All right. Let's see. You Might Think was the one I was looking at next. So let me see what else I got here. Hmm. I want to get off the first record, but like I still have.
It's impossible not to.
There's still
lots of good songs off it.
There's still plenty on that.
Here's another song that I was like, I didn't even realize. Moving in Stereo.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I fucking love that song.
I didn't even realize it. Like, again, it's one of those ones like, oh yeah, duh. But it's like, you don't feel as stupid with it.
Right.
But, I've heard it God knows how many times.
Again, another like car commercial song,
And movies.
This is a song that's exactly what I mean. When I say you hear it, you know it's a car song. But it's one of those different type of car songs.
Yeah, this one is the more like motivating one almost. The big build in the beginning.
See, for me, it's to me, it's the beginning is more of a like I hear it and I'm thinking a foggy street and a little bit of mystery.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the vision I get, which is not a vision I would get from most car songs. But it's just it doesn't come out with a punch like a lot of their songs do,
Right. Like you said, this intro kind of ominous, but also at the same time, you think about that scene from Fast Times.
Yeah, right.
The girl coming out of the pool.
Out of the pool.
Yeah.
Was this the song?
Yeah.
It was okay. That's probably where I know it from the most. Then,
if it isn't, because I haven't seen that movie in a long time. When people,
it sure as fuck should have been.
It should have been number one, and number two, when people have like used that scene, like have redone that scene, this is the song they use 1,000%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is the song. I'll search up on that a little bit later, but I think you're right.
All right. Well, just like that, we're at what? 7?
7. And 2 in the convo.
Yeah. We're back to Randy.
Out of the 10 that we've kind of been off the board. Okay, I think now is the time to take a little bit of a chance. We haven't played anything off Panorama, and I think that out of all the albums, that's the one I knew the least. There wasn't really like a definitive hit off that record, but I liked a lot of it, and I spent a lot of time with the songs that I really liked because it was really hard. I liked them all equally, so it was really hard to kind of separate from the pack, but I wanted to pick a couple of them. So I'm going to go with Up and Down here.
No.
Nope.
Look, it's not the most popular record.
Yeah.
No.
But
yeah, I mean, we had to kind of shake it up, say.
Yeah.
Did we now?
Right.
All right, Fredo.
Okay. I'm going to go with... I love the opening keyboards to this song. It's off Candio. It's Lust for Kicks.
I got it.
I do not.
Ah.
But there's officially not going to be any
that's
dumpster
good.
diving.
Right.
No.
But play that if you can. Play that beginning. The beginning keyboards are such fun, man.
This is, again, I semi-mentioned this. You easily could take just the first 2 records and go, here. Do this and build out from there.
Easy.
Sure.
And you're not going to miss. Like, you come out of those 2 records, you go, this is what the Cars are. I get it.
Right. And still leave songs on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, so back around to me, huh? Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Randy's right, though. I think now's the time to, like, kind of see. I'll take some of these ones that kind of were... How about Misfit Kid?
Ooh, that came close, but it did not make it.
Oh, what album is that off of?
It's Panorama.
Panorama. No, I didn't. But yeah, same thing with me. That came really close.
Looks like Justin's the misfit kid in this.
Yep. Again, it's bound to happen. Like we are ridiculously close to done, so now's the time for it. All right, Randy.
And we still got, and all of us probably still have close to half our list.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Oh boy, I still have a lot off the self-titled and Candy-O, and I just want to see like how much we can push the unanimous songs. I'm gonna go with "You're All I've Got Tonight."
I got it.
No, from Fredo.
Right.
It's a 2.
I don't have it.
Look, I'd be lying if I didn't say that the Pumpkins cover of it, put it on my radar. But it's great.
I didn't even know that happened.
Oh yeah, on the Airplane Flies High box set. I think it's on the 33 or is it 33? There's one of them that is all covers. That doesn't matter. Anyway, they do a really good cover of this, and finally going and listening to the original, I was like, oh man, like it made me appreciate the cover more and appreciate the song as a whole more. So
it was weird. I can't really see Billy Corgan singing that song, but
I'll play it on after the fact so you can hear it.
No more than you could hear Marilyn Manson doing "Sweet Dreams," and yet
it worked, right?
Yeah, it really worked. So, all right, Fredo.
Let's go with the title track off Candy-O.
I do have it.
Me too.
There it is.
Oh,
there it is. It just, and again with that, normally, I don't know what it is about their keyboard licks, but there's just something about it, and in Candy-O, it just there's something about that I just fucking love, man.
What's funny about
we
this?
have 8, and I think we can get at least one more.
I'm sure we can.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sure we can at least one more.
This might be the one where we finally have to cut ones out. Let's see. What am I at? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. So
I got 10 left.
Woo.
I think I'm 7.
Shoot. Where do I go?
9. I got 9, not 10. 9.
I've been avoiding this one because this feels like one of the ones that Fredo might have left off. My Best Friend's Girl.
I left it off.
I did too.
Yeah. I get it. I mean,
it's gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
If it was on another record, I think that it probably had a better chance, but it's in between 2 of their top songs.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, there's not a damn thing wrong with it, but it's there's so much.
Look at the songs that have already made the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
We got 8 of them, and this is a greatest hits album.
Yes.
I'm serious. We have, and you know what? And there's still songs. I know I still got songs that we haven't mentioned that could be easily in their greatest hits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that includes the ones with 2 votes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We haven't really gone deep.
No. Again,
we haven't needed to.
Like,
right.
you hate to be that way, but like sometimes you just need a reminder. And I think the Cars are a great example of that. Sometimes you just need a reminder. All right, Randy?
I'm looking at this one, and I just loved the way that it sounded, kind of like a trippy lullaby almost. I'm Not the One.
I got it.
No, I wanted to do that just because of the fucking title. Yeah, I'm not the one, bitches.
I am just one.
Yeah.
I'm not the one.
All right, let's see. Let me find that. There's an ABC order. Get to that point.
That was 2, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, Fredo?
All right. Well, the way things are going, this is I would assume this would have at least 2, so it'll be in the discussion. But I wouldn't be surprised if this became the 9th one to go unanimously. And it's that beat. And again, so many of the car song catch you right off the jump. The minute you put the needle on the record, and it's that. Since you're gone.
I got it.
No, I don't have it.
There it is. Yeah, like I said, I this was one that I totally saw going with 2, but could have been 3. So.
All right. Oh boy, boys, we are going to have a brutal ass conversation here.
I'm sure.
Yep.
All right.
It won't be too brutal because Dangerous Type is in.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Thankfully.
Actually, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do one more round and then dump out.
How about we do one more round, take a break? If you want to take a break.
We're so close.
Yeah, you should have.
I know, but so am I.
Wait to take a break until we're at least in the conversation.
Do you understand? Okay, I'll try. But at some point, if you hear me say, I'm going, we'll go. All right, so good.
We'll do one more round, and
round.
then we'll do one round, and then we'll take a quick pause. All right, I'm gonna go right at the top of my list. This isn't necessarily a fave or anything. It's just the next one. Bye Bye Love.
Yes.
Nope.
All right.
I feel like we have the same list, Justin.
All right, Randy.
Cruiser.
Nope.
I do not have that one either.
Let's go with Don't Just Stop.
No.
Oh, I guess I don't know. I thought that one must have been pretty close.
We could probably do one more round if we're gonna fly through them like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
All right, and then we'll take a break and then we'll dump out. All right.
Yeah.
Same thing. Right at the top of my list. No thought. Give me some slack.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh. We're pulling for that one more. Do we have another walk off in us?
I know we might. There's still a good chunk out there.
All right, Randy.
I've got a lot on my head.
Nope.
All right, Fred.
And let's go with It's Not the Night of Heartbeat City.
Nope.
Ah! I thought that would be the one.
Yeah.
All right.
I only have one left.
Oh,
shit.
Nice.
So
let's take a quick pause.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
We did not take a pause there. I do edit, but like I always leave that. So, all right, I'm gonna dump out. I've only got 3 left here, so we only have one shot at a unanimous. And
right.
Randy and I may have been talking in the thing that nobody's gonna hear, and I don't think we have a good shot, but you never know. All right, I got
6 still. So
wow.
Oh, okay.
Crazy. I got Down Boys.
Yes.
Nuh-uh.
Yep.
No fucking way.
I got it right here. Down Boys, and in the notes, Love Guitar.
Oh my God. Wow.
There's your 9.
Yeah, the conversation just got easy because one person.
I heard it.
Yeah. Wow.
There's your 9. Wow.
Hold on.
Who would have thought that song?
Well, I mean,
I was telling him, I'm like, no, I got a deep cut. There's no way we're getting. I thought that we'd get nothing from Panorama on the list.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what's funny about this song?
Put my knee into my desk.
Is this guitar reminds me of Weenie Beanie by the Foo Fighters, and that's what put it on the radar for me. So
I just yeah.
Turn it up real quick.
Yeah, put that guitar. Let's hear some of that guitar.
All right, hold on. Let me rewind it back.
like the sound effect kind of like sounds like the ghost from Super Mario Land, like when the ghost would come in.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't play video games, but
it's not. It's from the freaking early '90s.
Okay, well, I didn't play video games then either.
Oh, all right. Well, hey,
all right. I was getting laid.
Oh,
sorry, I was 6.
Exactly. You were 6, so you were playing video games. I was getting laid, so I wasn't.
All right. So I've got 2 left, and I'll see if I can find Fredo here. I've got Leave or Stay.
No.
And I've got Door to Door.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Not that it really matters because Randy gets the final say, so.
Right.
But
Leave or Stay, I didn't take anything from the last album, but Leave or Stay came really close.
All right. Just for funsies, you want to dump out whatever you got left, Fredo?
Yeah, I got Don't Tell Me No off Panorama. I've got, let me cross them out here. I've got You Are the Girl, which was a hit from him from Door to Door.
Oh.
In 87. I got Go Away from Door to Door. And then from Shake It Up, I don't know if this was a song or if it was 2 songs, but you had that bleed over from Think It Over to Maybe Baby.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether I would have counted that as 1 or 2, but kind of like Eclipse and Brain Damage by Pink Floyd at the end of Dark Side of the Moon. Like I didn't want to separate them.
Same, and that's probably why I left both of those alone, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, and that was my last one. That's it.
Yep, that's it. All right, so let me rearrange this. So we got 9. And Randy is our winner. He will have the final say.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's our 9. Candy-O.
And this was a natural 9.
Yep.
Right.
There was no shenanigans.
None at all.
Nope. 2 in a row for us too. Good job, guys.
Yes.
We got Candy-O, Dangerous Type, Let's Go, Hello Again, Down Boys, Shake It Up, Good Times Roll, Just What I Needed, Moving in Stereo. And just for fun, because you don't have to choose one of these 10, but I would appreciate it, Randy. You don't have to.
I will.
But here's the 10 that are in the discussion. Lust for Kicks, Door to Door, Drive, It's Not the Night, You Might Think, Give Me Some Slack, I'm Not the One, Since You're Gone, Bye Bye Love, and You're All I've Got Tonight.
All right. I can go through all of these just to, build up some tension here. I think Since You're Gone, Bye Bye Love, Give Me Some Slack, It's Not the Night, and Door to Door are probably out.
Right.
Unfortunately, that I'm not going to pick them.
No, I'm saying, what does that leave?
Drive, You Might Think, Lust for Kicks, You're All I've Got Tonight, and I'm Not the One. I don't think I'm going to pick Lust for Kicks. Oh, boy.
Yeah, you know what? This is where it sucks, doesn't it, to nail it?
No, that's what I was going to say. Is I'm so glad that there wasn't 2 left that we had to make these cuts. It's all on him.
I'm sweating, you guys.
I will tell you this: if it came down to a vote, I was just going to say, you know what, throw in Magic, and I would have been fine with it.
Well, that's only got 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it had 2.
Nope.
Nah.
I know. Well, fuck it.
Just put in Dangerous Type one more time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I think I'm in between 2. I think I'm in between You Might Think, which is an obvious hit. And then I feel like this song had a little bit of run. I think it was on a Greatest Hits record. But it's just like the sound is totally the Cars, but it also kind of makes up for not having Drive on the list, because I think that you made a lot of really good points on why not to put Drive on the list, Fredo, and I think I'm kind of following you on that. I kind of want to go with I'm Not the One, but I want to play it before making that final decision.
All right. Let's dig it up here real quick. Not the one. Oh man. Now what's funny is you're exactly right. Again, this is your choice, but I will follow your lead here. This is that same vibe as Drive, but is very much immediately this is the Cars.
Right. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, like you might think is an amazing song, but it is so obvious to put it in the top 10, while there's like 8 of those are pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm not the one.
Alrighty. Even though I think that one also was a hit, but like you throw
not on the same level as
right.
Just What I Needed and Shake It Up.
You can throw a stone and hit a Cars hit.
Right.
And again, a song that you referenced as iconic in the sense of you think of Rick Ocasek and you think of this, and it didn't make the top 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got it. Here's our 10. Candy O, Dangerous Type, Let's Go, Hello Again, Down Boys, Shake It Up, Good Times Roll, Just What I Needed, Moving in Stereo, I'm Not the One. All right, Randy. Of those 10, which one is the one?
They all are. They all define who the Cars are. I'll give you 3 to fight for. Number 1 would be Let's Go. Number 2 would be Just What I Needed. Number 3 would be Moving in Stereo.
What do you think, Fredo?
Well, first of all, he didn't mention Dangerous Type.
Well, I thought about it. But I figured you were going to mention it anyway.
Yeah, but the whole thing is to get a consensus. Obviously, I would say Dangerous Type. However, I also am realistic enough to know that's my favorite car song, not everyone's favorite car song.
Though it did hit 3 people's list. So
right,
it did. That's right.
But at the end of the day, the fucking song stuck with me since 1979. It's the first time I heard it, and I can still remember. I remember where in the room I was hearing it. I remember the radio that I was listening to. I remember the cabinet it was on. That's what I needed.
This is one of those bands where it's like, do you want to do that? But at the same time, like when you hear Just What I Needed, like that's them. And what else do you need to know? You hear that, it's like, what else do you need to know? Like, I don't see how it's not Just What I Needed. You know what I mean? Like clearly all nine of the other songs are great and define them. But if you haven't listened to Just What I Needed in a while, this is a good chance to do it. But it's also like the perfect introduction to the band.
I see it as I see it like this. We did the year in review from 2021 and all the songs I got in 2021, and there were some songs that were not just iconic for the band, but think of like London Calling, think of like LaGrange, think of what else made that list, like stuff that I wouldn't say were bigger than the band, but stuff that defined like an era of music.
Right.
And I think Just What I Needed is that. It's like it's above all of the rest of this in a way. And it's just so weird to say, but like just the vibe, and you remember that sound. You remember the sound of the guitars in the beginning. You remember that sound of the Moog and everything like that. It has to be. I think you're right. It has to be.
Here's the way I see it. Are we going to talk about the best of this list and leave it and let it be? We could argue for at least 5 other songs off of here.
Yeah,
sure.
We're going to talk about the best of this list and put it up against the best of other lists to make a top 10, this has to be it. Yeah. No other song by the Cars will be taken as seriously when we're doing the argument for the top 10 as this one will.
You can be anybody. You might not even be into this kind of music. You can listen to that and just be like, yeah, that's undeniable. That's something. Song. Yeah,
undeniable indeed. I think we've made enough arguments for it. I think we've done it. Let's do it. There we go. Just What I Needed is our number one. We have Candy O. Let me switch over here. Candy O, Dangerous Type, Let's Go, Hello Again, Down Boys, Shake It Up, Good Times Roll, Moving in Stereo, and I'm Not the One. Let's let Just What I Needed get its moment in the sun. Wasting all my time. 'Cause when you're standing oh so near, I kind of lose my mind.
Simple and yet.
Yeah.
And
I just want to listen to
your hair. And here we go. The voice.
Come on. Beautiful. We've done it. With that, look, if you do a better list, submit it. I please, like, I'm just saying, like, this is.
Go to fuck yourself. Don't even tell them. I don't even fucking give them no, it can't be done.
Imagine a list contested for the fucking Cars.
I know, right? Like, I'm just saying, this is great. This will get you into the band without a shadow of a doubt.
Yep. And giving you a couple of deep tracks that you're going to go, all right, it ain't all just hits.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we put one on, Down Boys.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Unanimously.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe that happened again.
So more of that, in the future. And if you would like to come play the game, I would love to have you aboard. Go to legionstupid.com. Click on podcasts, click on deprogrammed, scroll a little bit down. There's a sign-up sheet. Tell me what band you want to talk about. May take a minute, but there's been a lot of new blood this year. So if you would like to be part of that new blood, I'd love to have you aboard. Let's talk about your band. Let's see, what else we got? We're a podcast, subscribe, rate, comment. All that would be great. Best way you can help the show is to tell somebody that you listen to Deprogrammed. I would greatly appreciate that. If you got $1 a month, you can subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/ohhijustin. Gets you lots of audio content, including but not limited to Deprogrammed for the rest of the before the rest of the world. And also the conversation that is about to take place called After the Fact goes directly to the Patreon before anybody else can hear it. So, as a matter of fact, only patrons can hear it, or if you subscribe on Anchor, you can get it literally the day after the episodes air. So, just some food for thought. $1 a month gets you in the club. Would love to have you come play. All of that. Podcast, subscribe, rate, comment. I mentioned that already. So with that, the Cars, let them love them, people. We'll see you next week. Bye.